Welcome friends, foes, and everyone in between. Tonight is a clash of two teams who've met on the channel previously as the first ever upload where 9 goals graced the viewers. Tonight the Tigers are looking to put a stranglehold on that top spot, while RSGA Retro are looking to put themselves in a better table position for the postseason knockout tournament. I'm joined, as always, by my good friend Mike in the booth. Mike, what are you expecting from the match?
I'm excited for this one, as I am every week, I think. This is a team that we have a little bit of history with, especially after you and I did commentary last season on that match. So going into the week, definitely had a few of their faces on my mind and ready to put it to them.
Yeah, and you can see Tigers still gracing the top of the table while RSGA sitting 10th. And we're going to jump right into the lineup here. You can see Joel in goal, Pat bringing up the left defender, was actually man of the match for the last game. And Esteban bringing up the rest of the defense, myself in the middle, Fernando on the left wing, Jason on the right, and Mike, the solo man up top, with John, Henning, and Robert as substitutes while Albert's going to manage the whole thing.
Yeah, fortunately for us, we had Henning show up a little bit late to watch the second half of the game because we as you'll see, I think we could have used the help.
Mike getting us started here for the Tigers as the ball shifted back and play begins. Ball's going to sit out wide. Mike's actually going to win this one back. Out to Jason, who's going to look to put a ball in. Good defense from Retro there. And it's gone out for an early Tigers corner kick, 25 seconds into the match.
Jason's really growing into that wide winger position more and more every week. Really enjoying him out there on the edge.
This ball comes in, it's going to be cleared by Retro. Only as far as Esteban, who's going to put a good ball into Mike on top of the box, looking to turn and get to Jason. It's going to slip by him, but it's going to go out for a Tigers throw, I believe.
No, that's Retro throw.
It was a Retro throw. There's one of those that looks really confusing. A tussle on the line here. Jason does well to win the ball off. The inauspicious did not fall to the Tigers' benefit. And a free kick given up here in a relatively not so dangerous position. It's the first one in the match, and the referees landed the law down early.
Yeah, I think this is the first time that Retro's...
And it's going to get flicked over, but Joel's going to collect that easily with a good pass out here to Jason, who's just a little too short to bring that down, but it's going to get a good ball off centrally. Just not into the feet of Mike. Tigers recycling the ball around the back. 50-50 ball in the center. Chris is going to come out the victor of that as it goes down the line to Jason. And we just don't have the footage to see exactly what happened there. But I believe it is a Tigers throw this time. Ultimately, Retro going to get that out. Quick throw from Retro into one of their pivot guys in the middle, number 12. Not looking like they're in any hurry to get the ball moving forward here, as they're going to give up a throw into the Tigers.
Seem a little bit disjointed from them moving forward, and I think that's how they've been most of the season. They haven't scored since the second week of the season, looking back on the schedule, so they're struggling coming into this game to score.
Mike here doing well to battle for the ball. He's going to win a foul. And this is where I love to shoot from. Going to try to play a quick one here into Mike. Gets stepped in front of by the number 12. Maybe looking to draw a yellow card there from their player, but the ref's not going to pull that card, as she told me the ball had not stopped moving after I set it down. So she just gave him a talking to. I'm going to take the shot. He's on target. Maybe not enough height on that. Mike a little disappointed in the outcome of that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the body language there was, to be honest with you. I can't remember what was going through the mind there, but great attempt from you, especially from that angle. That was a pretty sick angle.
And this throwing from Jason's not good. It's not often you see this man make mistakes, but that is an unfortunate one. And Retro is going to capitalize by moving forward with the ball here. Spinning and twisting, trying to get away from the tenacious Tigers defense. And you can see the ref there going to pull a card, but Retro plays it quick and ultimately decides against it. Retro getting a dangerous ball in. No one on the back post to meet that one. And that's going to be a Tigers possession. As Joel plays this one out quick to Jason. Who has some quick feet to turn and get that back to Esteban. Some good movement here from the Tigers in the back, moving the ball around. Pat's going to move forward. Finds the gap in the middle. Still on the break. They're giving him tons of space, and he's going to look up and put a blistering shot into the bottom left. Stunning movement here from Pat. What a run. What a shot. What a finish. What a guy to put the Tigers up 1-0 over Retro.
Great shot here from Pat. Great run. The whole thing, whole nine. Really, RSGA should be wearing red because he parted them pretty well.
That's a Red Sea joke. I like it. Yeah, what a goal from Pat. Coming off man of the match last week, already making a case for this week. Retro here getting us underway. Good step there from Jason to cut that middle pass out. Ref's going to pull this one back. Maybe cheated a few extra yards there. Tried to gain an advantage. The lady in the middle is having none of it. Fernando's going to head that one out for another Retro throw. Advance down the field. It's good movement here from Retro off the throwing. A ball's going to come in, and Esteban's going to deal with it well with the head. As there's a tussle on the line. Ball goes out for a Tigers throw. It's going to come in centrally here. Just a nice little back heel to Pat, who's going to have a little Cruyff turn of his own. Bring it up. Chris now on the move, cutting across his man as Fernando's going to take over here. Good little composure from the Tigers to maintain possession as the ball comes out to Pat here on the line.
Great positioning from Pat to fill that space.
It's a good ball in from Pat. Good cross-field ball. We're not going to get on the end of it, but the vision is there. Retro getting the ball into play. Still, being a goal down, they don't seem to be in that much of a hurry to put the pressure on. Tigers happy to just let them play around in the back. Fernando here, taking a throw. Looking into Mike, who's going to get pushed in the back and win another foul. Doing well with this hold-up reception play and drawing fouls. It's 2 already in the first 10 minutes of the match. I'm going to stand over this free kick. In the way they're marking, they actually leave no wall here. As the shot comes in, their player's just going to be on the end of that. Mike hassling the defense. Doing well to prevent the quick counter. As we push him into a dangerous position, I believe, yes, this is another Tigers throw.
That was a great effort from everybody, staying up, pressing that throw in very high, and forcing that bad pass out wide.
And the main man himself, the PATapult, coming to launch this ball into the middle.
Edge of the box. Edge of the box, Jason. Edge of the box. Edge of the box. Don't stand there. Get in the box. Get edge of the box. We're a tap in.
Albert out there directing.
Ball's in. Chris is up and over his defender.
Come on!
This header was great. Being pushed off the ball, still managed to get up, tower over and head the ball down into the ground, off the goal line and into the net.
Chris really rose to the occasion there, and I'm going to get a talking to for not reacting to his goal the way I did with Pat's. But it's one of those things you've come to expect from Chris. He's just always where he needs to be. Real rock for the team.
The absolute aerial threat at a towering 5'9". Retro here getting us started as the Tigers have taken a 2-0 lead, less than halfway into the first half. They've already won the ball off. As Chris pulls up here with a weird pass, but the Tigers still moving forward into a dangerous position. Mike looking to get the ball through. It's not going to come here. Chris looking to put it back in, and that one hurt. Didn't feel great. As Retro advance. Looking to get a quick counter, and Esteban and Pat do well to shut that down. As myself in some duress coming off the field with what's likely a strained quad.
Really solid effort from Pat and Esteban there to cut that out. I think we mentioned it briefly, but Jose is out of this game. We're also missing Pedro. So, you know, we're a little bit short-handed in this one. So.
Yeah, we actually came into the game with 2 subs. Henning wasn't planning on playing, and I've just gone out injured, which brings us down to a sub. Henning's going to be called into this game shortly. As Robert moves the ball forward into John. John looking for a ball back into Robert, who's going to take a shot, and it rattles the woodwork. The bottom left post from Robert. And that was a great attempt.
It really was. Nice little give and go between him and John there. Robert slotting into that middle man position that you usually occupy pretty quickly, pretty well, getting acclimated and up to speed very quickly.
Tigers showing early signs of dominance, making a statement to maintain their spot at the top of the table.
There's Pat showing up again, cutting out an attacking pass.
This ball comes in. Esteban in the right place at the right time with a great ball out to Mike, who's going to look to unleash Robert here on the outside. Just gets the ball in, and the pass a little too close to the keeper. But the counterattack was wonderful.
Yeah, that was a great run from Robert. Knew right where he was at.
Retro here, moving the ball around at the top of the box. Tigers scrambling to get this away. Fernando going to give up a Fernando going to give up a foul here. And this is a dangerous position. If you've watched the previous game, I won't give away the score line, but this Retro is dangerous from dead ball situations, from set pieces. So we'll see if they can capitalize here as the ball comes in. Guy on top of the box has a shot that is just wide of the goal, and like we said prior to the free kick, Retro is dangerous off dead ball situations, and that's a good example of it.
That was a clever little play there, having a couple people back and having that super late run wide. You know, we didn't catch it, we didn't pick up on it, we didn't mark that man, so that was pretty clever to get a free shot from the top of the box.
Yeah, signs of a high soccer IQ there. Mike just missing out on cutting that one. Retro still looking to move the ball here as they advance in the Tigers' half and switch the field. A wonderful little passage of play there from Retro to get that ball around John. And a shot comes in, and Esteban's going to be equal to it.
There's definitely some ripples in the momentum of this game.
Yeah, Retro looked like they're waking up a little bit. Maybe a little late in the first half, but better late than never. As John's going to give up a handball here, I
believe. Wasn't too happy with that call. I'm not sure if he wasn't too happy because it didn't touch his hand or because he was upset with himself that he touched it. I'm not sure.
And the lady in red here, absolutely keeping people honest tonight. This ball comes in and the wall is equal to it, as Mike and their defender are going to chase it down. It's going to hold the ball up, look for the pass. 12 does well to hold it out. And John doing his part in defense there. Mike with his go-go gadget legs is going to win another foul. That's 3 fouls won in this first half. Clearly doing his job as the target man while also tracking back.
From the footage, that looked like I just flopped. I assure you I did not. I lost my footing there, having my feet taken out from under me.
Pat's going to stand over this and give it right to Esteban, who has tons of time as they're not pressuring quickly. And it's going to come right back to Pat. And this is a dangerous ball into Mike, who has it at the top of the box, but Retro does well to defend that and mitigate some of the danger. Pat just being a defensive presence again, getting in the way of the quick counters, really making a case for himself as the star man on the field right now. Retro moving the ball around the back. Does well here against Jason. Coming together bodies.
I'm causing that. That's not me.
Tigers
wrong way.
put a ball in. And John just on the wrong side of the defender. Good movement there. The Retro keeper's alert to it as he's looking to unleash them on a quick counter. And Robert here getting back to nullify the threat, as that's going to dribble into the middle, and the Tigers now have a chance to get on the break.
Good ball. One on! Send that faster, Fernando.
Fernando's going to take a knock here with a bit of an injury.
That's not what the Tigers need right now, with the momentum being pushed against them, losing another player, especially in one of those midfield positions.
Fernando taking it upon himself to sub himself out before we are allowed to get a sub on the field. And Mike's going to step in. For the closing minutes of the first half. Retro with a foul here. Or a free kick. They didn't foul.
Watch for someone with the black. If I had beer. Watch for someone with the black. If I had beer.
This ball's going to come over top. So Esteban does well to head that one out of play. He just has a habit of being in the right place at the right time, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, big time. I remember that particular passage of play. I was like, he headed the hell out of that. He sent that.
As again, here he is making a defensive contribution to get the ball out to Robert. He lays it to Jason, and this is a good attacking opportunity for the Tigers as it comes in centrally across to Robert. Just a little miscommunication there. And Retro now bringing it to the top of the box of the Tigers on a quick counterattack. As the ball comes across, and Jason from their end line all the way back to make that defensive contribution and get the ball out. Son, you deserve to put your hands on your knees there and catch your breath. That was a remarkable defensive play. Retro putting a shot in. Never going to trouble the keeper.
Also, great job there from Jason, knowing that we're short on subs at this point. You know, he's still making those trackbacks, knowing he's not going to get a break anytime soon.
Jason, the Energizer Bunny. Good movement there from Jason and Esteban. Draw the guy in and then pass right around him. As the ball comes in here centrally, good turn there from John. Unfortunate not to be alone with the keeper in the box. As the ball goes out, and the ref is going to blow for halftime, where the Tigers lead RSGA Retro 2-0. Pat with a goal in the 6th minute with an Esteban assist, and Chris in the 11th minute from the PATapult assist.
Was that in your thesaurus, the PATapult?
No, it just came to me in the moment, and I had to mention it.
Love it. This game's following a pretty similar formula we've seen with other Tigers games this season. Going up early, resting on our laurels, and absorbing the pressure, so to speak. Doing well to absorb the pressure, I think. Keeping that scoreline at 0 for the opposing team.
Yeah, the game can seem a little frantic for the Tigers, but at the end of the day, it's part of the game plan to sit back, and especially with 2 injuries, to preserve your energy and try to hold on to the lead and ride it out. Retro here getting us underway as the ball moves around the back, looking for an opening to move forward. They get it down the line and into the middle here. That does well to cut off the shot. And Henning there, putting in a defensive work. It's going to draw the foul in a showman kind of way. I have no doubt that hurt. But it was the yell heard around the world.
Getting in good spaces. Just because he talked to you once doesn't
Retro
mean you're not
definitely
playing
came out with a little bit more energy to start the half, at least. Pressed high into Tigers' half pretty quickly.
Motivation, man.
Yeah,
again, getting it back.
It feels like someone stoked their furnace a little bit.
Henny!
And are turning the heat up.
Yeah, even after that free kick there forward, took the ball off my feet to get it back for us to take our free kick faster.
And a good little passage of play there from Robert and Henning, but there was an injury on the field. And I think that was going to be a 50-50 ball between Pat and Retro's forward, but Pat, being the good guy he is going to kick this back to the keeper off the drop ball.
Fernando, just maybe side note, take note of what that defender did or that attacker did. Just sit down. Ref will call it.
The ball is going to go all the way through back to Esteban. And some danger here as the ball's not controlled. Tigers kind of scrambling, but Retro unable to find a vertical pass. As the ball comes in, Esteban, calm, composed, taking that down and just getting the danger out. From Retro's keeper. As that ball comes forward, it should never be uncontested by one team or the other. And it seemed like 12 had all the space in the world and still was unable to bring it down.
Yeah, you can tell the Tigers here are missing their man in the middle, Chris. I think Robert's definitely being serviceable in that position, but definitely change of pace here for the Tigers.
Yeah, they're going to have to adapt because there's a whole half to play. As this free kick comes in from Retro, it's high and wide.
Yes. Why are you rushing? Why are you rushing? You behind?
Albert Mourinho, the coach, is on the sideline, maintaining composure for his team, reminding them that we're up. No reason to rush.
The extra special one.
Let's in our next meeting. Let's clear that up. Okay, come on.
That's a good ball out from Joel, and Mike does well to control it. The back pass is maybe not what he wanted, as I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I guess it was a foul from Retro. As their forward is standing in front of the ball, kind of stalling their own time. Esteban's going to stand over this, put the ball in. Retro's going to send it right back. As the target man up top picks it up. And Retro here with a little more urgency as Mike, tracking back, does well to spot that and cut it out. 12's going to get the ball back, but no longer in a dangerous position.
I really thought I had him on that move, off balance, but he's able to keep balance pretty well.
And Retro, after a few sideline tussles, comes away with the ball. Pat doing well to get a leg out there, keep the ball out of the center of the field and clear it out to a non-dangerous area. As Retro hold the ball in the back, trying to game plan what to do, as the Tigers seem to have a force field up around their net.
His name is Joel.
Retro trying to penetrate into the middle, but it's going to get cut out and sent to Mike, who, despite the foul, despite the stumble, held on to the ball until late. Retro moving the ball into the box now as their forward turns away from the goal. That confused me a little bit, but the ball is going to come in here from Retro again.
This started like 5 minutes before the
pestered.
half. This started 5 minutes before the half,
The
and
ball
we're
up
at
here,
12.
looking for a through ball to Mike, and you got to say, Retro getting a foot to that defensively is probably an important moment to keep that from being 3-0.
Yeah, that was a great pass from Robert. Their defender, I think, did pretty well to get back and get a toe to that. I thought I had him beat. So he definitely snuck a foot in there pretty well.
It's going to be a Tigers corner kick here.
Where did you find it?
As the ball comes in, and it's just going to go through everyone. A couple attempts at it, but no one touched it, and it's going to be a retro throw.
Dude, you're the realist, man. Why did you didn't have
We
to
see
do
Fernando coming back on the field.
Yes, sir.
I know he's still hurting from
All right.
that, but with the substitution situation, he's being a trooper here.
Definitely a welcome sight from that midfield that's been running all game.
Retro here, advancing the ball. Just unable to find each other in that final third. They do well to get to there, but maybe that is a shout to the Tigers. As Mike and Henning here coming together, a little bit of a miscommunication. Henning got some big googly eyes for the goal, and it's going to lead to a retro corner. Retro goal kick, but a good chance from the Tigers. Henning does well to cut out that goal kick.
Great job.
Retro gets the ball in quick, looking to pass around short. 12 does well to skip by a few people, puts himself in a dangerous spot as it comes into the box.
Nice,
And Pat again in the way, making a defensive contribution, getting that ball out. And being called on again, as the Tigers are just having trouble holding it up. And here comes a shot from Retro. Joel's going to be equal to it, and that's a good save and an important one 3/4 of the way through the game.
Yeah, you can see Esteban there trying to inject some energy into the midfield and forwards there. I noticed that. I appreciate that. Just gave a little bit of a shout there. And come on, guys, let's keep this game, essentially.
Yeah, the Tigers are looking a little tired here. And Retro just looking more and more dangerous as the half goes on.
Watch behind you, heading right. Just watch.
This ball is going to move across the 12. Who takes a shot. That's going to go wide and never trouble Joel, who watched it all the way.
Hey, ball.
Quick ball out here to Pat. Threaded the needle pretty well there to Henning, but it's not going to be held on to as Henning's going to give up a foul. And Retro doing well, you got to be honest, shutting the Tigers down from really being in danger by their goal. And ref's going to bring play back here as there is a bit of roughhousing between Pat and their target man up top.
Yeah, he was doing the same thing on the defensive end, too.
Joel with a fantastic save off a flicked header to keep the Tigers in the game. Well done, Joel, keeping that ball out.
I like how he stared down the camera. He knew that was going to be in the video.
You can stay, Mike.
Yeah, end of season highlights, that's going in there for sure. As this ball comes in. Still in a dangerous area as it comes down the line to the top of the box. And Retro let a golden opportunity slip through their fingers there.
Yeah, some very dangerous chances from Retro. Definitely could be seeing a different scoreline here if at this point if they were able to get a couple more shots on target.
Yeah, if you had a little more clinical finishing, this would be a much tighter game. It's a good ball here from Esteban to Mike, who does well to get past his man. Ball's going to be laid out and put in. Final ball, a bit poor, but the idea was good, as it's a retro goal kick. And we've officially crested into the final quarter of the game. Retro need to make something happen, as I know they're looking to move up the table at least a little bit and avoid the loss streak. Esteban stepping in there well. I think the Tigers really need to focus up and understand their positions on the field, but with injuries and a lack of subs, it's difficult. They're having trouble being organized defensively, and it's showing.
I think this is where good coaching comes into play. Albert doing well to put people in good positions to make sure that they can affect the game.
Tigers here with a 4-on-2 opportunity. As Pat puts a ball into Jason, unable to get on the end of it. It's just going to go out for a retro goal kick.
I think if Jason could have another stab at that, that would have been a perfectly placed overhead kick.
Absolutely.
3-0.
Expect nothing less. Retro here in another dangerous position. Shot's going to come in, and Joel's going to make another good save. And Retro have Tigers on the ropes here a little bit. John's going to skip past his man down the line. Lay this ball in centrally to Fernando, who's going to come back to John. And that ball's going to come into Henning, who's going to take a swipe at it. It's going to get underneath. I'm telling you, I think that was a slide from Retro. I don't know how the rules have changed, but that definitely looked like a slide tackle. And in the 7-a-side league, slide tackles are automatic fouls if you're going in to a contested ball. Esteban gets the ball up here to Fernando. Does a quick little step over and fires a shot. Unfortunately, going to drag it wide, never troubling the back of the net.
Now Tigers turning the tide a little bit with a couple of quick chances.
And Fernando, this time slicing it to the right. They say the third time's the charm. Get one more crack at it, bud. But you're right. I think the Tigers are seeing the issues, and I think Albert's doing well to manage the players and put them in the correct positions to kind of mitigate some of that confusion.
Absolutely. This game could easily be 5-4 at this point.
Retro here with the ball in the middle. It's a shot, but never really troubling Joel. He's in the right place.
Slow it down, Joel.
Holding on to the ball, killing some time as it comes out to Pat. Looks to put the ball in from Robert. That's good vision there. All the way back to Esteban.
Coming in. He's got a vendetta.
As their target man came in hot on Robert. Robert doing well to draw the foul and get the pass off. And he's going to take a yellow card and have to step out of the game, which is a breath of fresh air for the Tigers, as he has to be out for 5 minutes, which is pretty much till the end of the game. Esteban going to lay this out to Pat.
That just comes with experience right there.
Right, yeah.
Take the guy into his own half and then just send it back again.
Tigers playing the game. If you want this, come and get it. We're not going to bring the ball to you. You need to make the things happen. As Tigers maintain a 2-goal lead. with 4 minutes to play. Ball's out here wide to Fernando. It's a good ball into John, who looked like he got pushed, but the ref's not going to call it as Retro here can advance forward. Ultimately running into a trap as the Tigers clear this out.
Man on. Hey, let's not mess with it.
Fernando back to Pat, back to Fernando, and space is created. Tigers looking a lot more coherent here late in the second half.
Esteban showing his experience again there.
Yeah, always so calm and composed on the ball.
Seems like Tigers are almost passing at the will at this point.
Retro's going to win this and look to make a move forward. And Fernando does well to win a Tigers throw to kill just a little bit more time.
Don't stand near the black player. Go down the line. Jason, you playing on this side, huh? Yeah, good job.
And I'm unable to see who the ref is talking to, and I'm uncertain why. But time is on our side as this ball comes into Mike, who's just going to win a corner for the Tigers. Oh, wait, no, this one got cleared out, and it's going to be a throw for the Tigers.
Let Pat have it. On the trot.
Calling for Pat to hop over there, and I guess someone told him no. So he's going to put the ball down and pick it back up, and the ref's not going to like that for time wasting.
Or are you just going to talk to him?
He's going to show the yellow card to John.
Ticky-tacky.
Feels a bit unwarranted, a bit excessive, but it's so late in the game, the concerns aren't high. That ball comes in from Mike, who's going to hold it down in the corner, and this time win a corner kick. And at this point, it's killing time. Tigers are going to just look to hold this in the corner as we approach the final minute of the second half.
Not to get into semantics, but this was actually a foul at this point.
Oh, it was a foul. All right. Drew another foul.
Why? Why this short stuff, man? Why the short
Ball
stuff?
comes in. Mike's going to lay this back to Esteban, who's just going to fire at will. And the ref blows for full time as the Woodlands Tigers maintain their spot at the top of the table with a 2-0 win. Both goals happening inside of 6 minutes in the first half. Mike, what'd you see in that game?
Yeah, I think the Tigers definitely want to work on a little bit more finishing, completing their chances, things like that. But they're happy to get out of there with the win for sure, and the clean sheet, another clean sheet from Joel.
And look who it is. Our old friends Aegis, also undefeated on the season, creeping up into second place, only 2 points behind. Let's take a look at some of these stats as Chris holds the title with 5 goals. Joel with a 90% save rate on the season. Don't forget to join us next week for Tejan Demille as we go in for a clash to maintain the top spot.